All right. Meantime, in another gauge of confidence and sentiment, the Milken Institute has just come out with its annual Global Opportunity Index, which measures just how attractive a country is to global investors. According to the latest edition of the index, advanced economies are still the favorite. Denmark, Sweden, and Finland, the top three. Singapore is the highest-ranking Asian economy, coming in 13th globally, narrowly edging out Hong Kong and Japan. For more, let's bring in Maggie Switek, Senior Director of the Research Department at the Milken Institute. She joins us live out of beautiful Santa Monica, California. Maggie, good to see you and appreciate your time. I think a natural segue here is to ask you where the United States ranks and also China.
Yes, so the United States came out number 4 in this year's ranking, so in the top 5, which it maintained its top 5 position. Last year it was number 5. China is around number 39 in the rankings. So in the case of China, which is still an emerging and developing Asian economy as classified by the IMF, that's actually pretty high. So in general, those two countries performed well.
All right. In this year's edition of the GOI, were there any surprises or any big changes that caught your eye in the rankings?
So the Global Opportunity Index captures measures of attractiveness to investors that tend to be pretty stable over time. So as such, we don't typically see big changes. However, what we did see in this year's rankings is that Ireland actually had our biggest climb in the rankings. And so I overheard you just talking to the finance minister of Ireland. And indeed, our rankings would agree with his assessment that the economy is generally doing well. And that is being reflected in what we see also, and its climb. And other two countries that actually also climbed up that might be interesting to you were Singapore and Hong Kong. Excuse me.
Absolutely, Maggie. And let's focus on Southeast Asia and Malaysia. I notice highly rated. Is that testament to, for want of a better expression, the cleanup after post 1MDB and changes in governance, accountability, institutional reforms after falling so sharply, I would imagine, in global perceptions?
So what we see is that in the case of Malaysia, which you are correct, it scores number 27, or it ranks number 27, which places it among actually advanced economies, is that it does particularly well in financial services and institutional frameworks. So some of what you mentioned may be reflected in what we see here. In terms of institutional frameworks in particular, it has very strong investors' rights. So because this index really reflects factors that affect foreign investment, investor rights as such are very important in it. And this is a part of what we see in Malaysia.